a lot of things will be said concerning this election that is coming up in 2027. Yes, information reaching us now is that Trump says he will not endorse drug baron for Nigeria president as U.S. Secretary shuns Tinubu delegates, according to U.S. firm. A Washington lobbying firm working says President Donald Trump will not endorse Tinubu, whom the firm described as an alleged drug baron, as Nigeria's president in the coming election. The firm says it warned senior Article 8 earlier this week about the Nigerian government delegation that traveled to Washington for talks with the Trump administration. According to the firm, says American officials saw the talks as full of excuses and empty talk, with a failed push to get Donald Trump to host President Bola Tinubu at the White House. The firm states that the United States will keep working with Nigeria on common goals, but no Nigerian team will ever persuade Washington to back Tinubu, whom it calls an alleged heroin trafficker. The firm says that stance will not change now or later. According to the firm, normal diplomatic rules mean the Nigerian Foreign Minister Bianca Ojukwu should have led the group and met Secretary of the State Marco Rubio instead. The Nigerian side presented National Secretary Advisor Nuhu Ribadu as their leader and highlighted talks with Alison Hooker, an Under Secretary of State. The firm calls this a clear signal that the Trump team received the Tinubu's envoys at a lower rank. The firm has a direct message to Tinubu: even if he sends the whole Nigeria government next time, it will not alter the picture in Washington. The United States will still cooperate with Nigeria where interests match, but Trump has made plain he will not endorse personally supports an alleged drug trafficker as president of Nigeria in the coming election. The meeting themselves formed the second round of the U.S.-Nigeria Joint Working Group. They took place in Washington on 12th of August 2026. The Nigerian side was headed by Ribadu, while Alison Hooker led for the United States. The first round happened in Abuja in January 2026. Officials discussed progress on counter-terrorism intelligence, sharing, protection of communities at risk of religious violence, return displaced people, terror funding, under border control and defense roadmap. So, in a nutshell, this man called or the president of the US, Donald Trump, says he's not going to support. Like I said, a lot of things will be said, and we'll continue to hear many things. But one thing I know is that in as much a Tinubu group has always been going for lobby and all of that, so it will be difficult for somebody to say, oh, maybe they are just trying to make something up. Of course, we know that Trump and Tinubu are not going to be on the same pedestal or the same page or think alike. Okay, Trump is not interested in Nigeria politics except it benefits him. What has he done about the insecurity since he made some threatening statements about terrorism and banditry? Hasn't even become worse. Why is it only Yoruba people typing fake news? Una go learn new things the hard way. Remember Venezuela president saga? Of course, that came to mind as well.